enthralling 0-0 opening game between Al Ahly and Inter Miami. It started off with a bang. Or not so much. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. This is the first of hopefully many previews of this year's Club World Cup as we face Los Angeles FC, most notably known for being Olivier Giroud's current club. Coming into this game, we're a little bit all over the place, to be completely honest with you. We've got predicted lineups to go through in just a second, of which I don't think there's been a more difficult predicted 11 to go through in all my days of doing this. Because whilst you would imagine the higher ups, the powers that be that run FIFA and the World Cup and all that sort of stuff will be demanding, requesting, begging that every team play and field their strongest possible 11 from the get-go, we, of course, have a couple of late stragglers, a couple of late arrivals in the form of Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Andre Santos, and Aaron Anslamino. Of course, the latter not really a first-team player in his own right, but not necessarily just yet. Andre Santos, you could argue the same, but it has been said a million times now that he will be a player at some point in the near future, a starting 11 player. We're missing Amari Kellyman. Big miss there. And Wesley Fofana, we also went through in the preview for the Club World Cup yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, please do. I go through predictions for the whole of the tournament. And we're missing quite a few players, the likes of Renato Vega, Ben Chilwell, and a few others. Christopher Nkunku has managed to wiggle his way into a Chelsea place, a place on the squad. There was a picture of him on the plane, and a lot of people are saying that he looks like a hostage. If he gets game time, I swear to God. With Nkunku, I was under the impression, just like many other people, that he was not destined to be at Chelsea Football Club for the next season. He was as good as gone. We've had bids, we've had offers, ones that we haven't taken necessarily, and he somehow found his way into the Club World Cup. And again, there are players, you know, Renato Vega, I think Petrovic hasn't come. Who am I thinking? There's a whole list of players. But the point of the matter is that coming into this game, when you're talking lineups, when you're talking predicted lineups, when you're talking the fact that we've only just sort of landed and touched down in the States just over 24, or maybe 30 hours ago, and we've got all these late stragglers as well, you're working with players both mentally fatigued and physically fatigued, having come and done duty in South America. Obviously, the time difference there isn't too bad, so you're not looking too much at sort of like time difference and what's the word? Acclimating to the time difference and all that sort of stuff. Whereas players like Liam Delap, you know, so on and so forth. I mean, Jackson's been doing it, but he was playing in London the other day with Senegal, playing against England at Wembley. But the point stands that I think that there is a risk for injuries in certain players where, although we could most likely start a strong 11. Shall we just get into it? I think we will. Predicted 11. Ooh, look at the new and improved. Have I got the divider here? Where's the divider? Is it this? Divider. There we go. Oh no, I can't change the color of that. Anyway, starting 11. We've got the new graphics for the Club World Cup, predicted 11, and a load of places are saying this man in goal, but I, for one, don't necessarily agree. I think there's a lot of speculation as to who is going to be our number one goalkeeper this season, but I don't think this man will be our starting 11, our number one next season. But with question marks surrounding Robert Sanchez, I'm going to go with Jorgensen in goal. I think Sanchez, it's a little bit up for debate what's going on with him. Obviously, Petrovic is he is not even in the squad next season. By all accounts, he's not going to be in the starting squads in any 25-26 season. He's gone. He's up for sale by all accounts. So I'm going to go with Jorgensen. Pretty, reliable player in the Conference League, and so on and so forth. Speaking of which, I'm not going to go with the strongest 11 in regards to the defense, but I'm going to go with Badiashile and Tosin Arabai. I just feel like this game screams these two at the back. Ease the other two in. Ease the likes of Levi Colwill into the fray. Not just throw him in at the deep end. Same with Trevor Chalobah. I just see Tosin and Badiashile. Maybe I know it says Badiashile, for Christ's sake. I've got to change that. But still, I think this is who we're going to go with. At the same time, when you're talking fitness, I'm going to go with James at the back and, of course, Cucurella. In the middle, this is where it gets a little bit dicey because of what I was already mentioning about players coming in from South America, but the time difference isn't an issue there. They were fine, and I think you just keep the ball rolling with them. I'm going to go with Enzo and Caicedo. I really am. I just think in that regard, you play your strongest players. That's why James is playing. That's why Cucurella is playing. These are the star players of the squad. Caicedo and Enzo obviously fit that bracket as well. So I would imagine if we're being told, and this is all speculation, by the way. I've not seen anything that would suggest that this is the case, but I'm just going by what I'm thinking. I think we're going to be told to play some really strong players to really hype up the World Cup vibe, the World Cup feeling, Speaking of which, another player that fits that bracket is Cole Palmer. I think he's going to start. I think he's going to not necessarily play the full 90. I don't think a lot of these players are going to play the full 90. I don't know necessarily what's happening with regards to substitution rules. I'm assuming it's the same 5, throughout the game, but we'll have to wait and see. On the wings, I've got Neto and Madueke, both players that are subject to a lot of criticism at the moment from fans online. I don't necessarily know why. I understand maybe Madueke, but Neto, I don't know. Both players definitely on the chopping block, it would seem, to a lot of fans, but I would be very surprised if either one of them or both do not start in this game. So up top, it's Liam. It's Jackson. I think we're going to go with Liam Delap off the bench. I would like to see him start, but I think it would be sensible to have him come off the bench. Just to let him get a feel for what the game is, give him the best chance possible, have a few eyes on the game, see how it pans out, and then give him a bit of a chance at making head or tail of the game before getting thrown into it from the get-go. But that is my starting 11. That's my predicted 11. Obviously, I could imagine Sanchez starting because it's Sanchez after all. And I could obviously imagine the defense being different. But I've gone with a strong yet weakened side for lack of, we'll see. We'll see. It's hard to tell. It really is hard to tell. Let me know your predictions. Let me know your starting 11s in the comments down below. Predictions for this game. Listen, we're playing a side that haven't lost in quite some time. If we look at their recent form, they beat Sporting Kansas City. They beat Club America, which was their qualifying game to take the place of Lyon. They drew to Montreal. Drew to LA Galaxy, beat Seattle Sounders, who are in this tournament, drew to Vancouver, beat Houston, draw, win. The last time they lost was in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. That was against Inter Miami. And then before that, they lost to Houston back on the 6th of April. So it's been quite some time since they've lost a game, but that said, they did struggle against Club America in their qualifying game. I believe it was a very late goal. Buanga with a 115th minute winner after a Jesus 89th minute equaliser to take it to extra time. I'm not too worried. At the same time, I'm cautiously optimistic, I would say. I feel like there's going to be goals in this game, unlike the opening game with Ali and Inter Miami. I think it's going to be 3-0 Chelsea. 3-0 Chelsea. I think we're going to do well in this group stage. Let me know your thoughts in the predictions or in the comments down below. Let me know your predictions, your thoughts, your predicted lineup, and so on. There is a host of players. There's a heap of players that could, of course, start in this game. We could see Dewsbury Hall start from the get-go. We'll have to wait and see. I will be doing a live watch along, of course, for every single Chelsea game, as well as PSG versus Atletico Madrid, and a whole host of every game, a game every single match day of the tournament, including this round of 16, the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and of course the final on, I think it's the 14th of July. So until the tournament starts, I bid you farewell. Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. My name is Harry, out the Chelsea. Peace.